Nice, okay. Figured out a new trick. If I don't put any images in for the thumbnail, it uses the banner image for the channel, which looks pretty nice compared to the old logo we used to use. Kind of looked really clunky in the rectangular frame, but welcome back. This is the Tortalic channel, playing Space Engineers once again. Getting the reins, getting back on the horse. And if you want to watch this Space Engineers series from start to finish, chronologically, you can go check it out on the channel. It's all there chronologically for you to watch at your convenience. But if you want to just join us here, that is a-okay too, whatever your preference. And we're just going to get right on into it. So we're going to get into spoiler territory here. Apparently the nanites updated in some fashion. I expect a lot of little mod updates as we approach the new update to the vanilla game. I am very much planning for these new weapon systems at least. Beyond that, I don't exactly know what's coming to the game, but we're going to make use of these new weapons because vanilla was somewhat lacking on the weapon front. So much so that there was dozens and dozens of mods trying to put new weapons in the game. But yeah, the addition of the railgun and the artillery turret are going to be excellent for larger targets. So yeah, I have a lot of plans. But we need to continue the redesign of the mine. And I think mining will still be one of its jobs, but processing and everything definitely going to be something that I wanted to do. Now we're in a biome with a lot of ice. If I want the mine to rake the surface a little bit more, then we can get a lot of ice out of it, and that'll help our power situation, which is definitely appealing. And then we'd open the ground up, and that wouldn't look very nice. So I don't know exactly what I want. But I do have very general plans. I think most of my ships I'm going to try to get airborne, including the Saint-Elise. So the Saint-Elise might get thrusters today. We'll just have to see how this goes, because that is going to be a heavy, heavy rover to try to fly. Ooh, kind of fell down a little bit there. So we've got this port. It's working very nicely. I think I might want to add a little bit more flair to this design. It's just got a very generalistic UFO layout and then headed wings. And the wings are a nice addition, but it's definitely lacking in design for the middle section. I love this thing. It's just kind of grown on me. It looks structured in a very unstructured way. And then there's the mine, which of course it needs a little bit of a touch up here and there, especially on this section. But I'm also enjoying the way that it's shaping up. So yeah, let me go ahead and work on this a little. I wonder if the game sounds are too loud for you. Okay, so it seems to be moderately annoying, but let's see. I'm gonna edit that a little bit, change my sound settings around. There we go, should be a little bit more bearable. A bit harder to hear the game, but a little bit more bearable when I'm grinding these elements down. Already experiencing some lag too. That is a great way to start off the stream. I'm gonna have to grab energy soon. Let's go ahead and do that. Batteries still look okay for the moment. Hydrogen is half full, so that's pretty good. Spent a lot of resources filling those tanks though, so that is a worry. Hey, glad to have you back. Guess that bell icon really works. Alright, so the garage, I'm gonna leave it jagged on the inside for now. I'm definitely going to smoothen that out once I know exactly what I want the roof to look like. I think this is a pretty decent way to add some pop to the base of the tower. Adding this garage in the front. Got a hallway to a balcony and a couple of ideas. But for now, I'm just gonna kind of build the tower up a little bit more so the nanites don't come to a standstill on their projects. The song. I don't know if I know that song. I'll have to look those lyrics up after the stream. Gain a little bit more context. Fisher. Is that the name of the artist? Like artist last name? Or is that the song title? Gosh. This tower is so chunky. So much steel plate. Yes. Okay. I'm assuming Fisher is the last name of the artist then. Artist, got it. Cool. Then yeah, I'll definitely give that a look up after the stream. Because I'm not familiar. But this is shaping up slowly but surely. We've got a wall. Like I was saying before, I don't know exactly how many floors I want to make on this thing, or what I'm gonna put on the floors. We're gonna see. Well, thank you. Glad you guys think the stream is cool. Just out here doing humble YouTuber things. Build tower. Place block. Nanites go Berber. That is the entire story that I will be living for the next 2 hours. So I could cap off the floor. Add a lot of floor space here, but I'm not sure. Yeah. I'll definitely look into it and I'll tell you how I like it. Oh, I know I didn't build this side up. I should have. Wait. Yes, up till here. All the way up, actually. Wait, is that a... No, because this flattens out. You gotta see where the sloped roof starts. Right under there. Got one of those. No. Five. So it's one of these. I'm like moderately good at mirroring my own designs, but not quite there. So that's floor tile. And then it looks like this is over there. Yeah. So I get to fill up this at least. There we go. I still don't see the bigger picture yet, but I know this thing's just gonna shape up over time. Just sometimes how projects are. You don't know exactly what the end result's gonna be, but that's kind of the fun of it. And that's a door. So you couldn't have run out of steel plate that fast. Oh, but I did run out of hydrogen. Oh no. Now I'm over here. Okay. Special content power. I don't know why that. Okay, let me get my good drill and then see what that's all about. It looks like it's the same little drop pod, but we're gonna check it out while the nanites are busy. Oh no, not again with this. The nanites love picking up my stuff for me. In a very messy way. Alright. So what do I have? Got the bottles back. I don't want these. Nanites can pick them up. But yes, I need more hydrogen so I can fly better. Wow, some of these tanks are getting really low. Perfect. Oh yeah, that special content thing. Okay, so it just shows up like that when I get close. But while we're here, why not figure out what it has in store? Badger suit. I don't think I've gotten too many of the suit collectibles. It's one of the ones I needed. Alright. And this doesn't do a ton for us, but at least it's more resources. We are burning through a lot of resources to make the mine into a tower, so I mean, whatever we can get, really. I need to clean up these signals. I've got way too many GPSs. Outpost 1 is fine. I don't want to show all of these. I don't need this one anymore. Yeah, just outpost and home base. Wait, did I take off the magnesium? That's one of the ones that I wanted. Where is it? I never made a GPS at the magnesium mine. Interesting. So I'm gonna stick the coordinate up here. I'm just gonna name it tower. Just a little marker to help us figure out where to go. You're afraid of the next build that I do in space? Some sort of orbital station that's maybe even bigger than this scale? Nah, there couldn't be any issues with that. Like my PC runs like a potato already. And we want to continue this wall. And by continue this wall, what's he doing? That's gonna be batteries. Don't know why I'm building this height. Oh, because that's the height of the outside stuff. And then of course I need to remove all of my progress. That's just how it is sometimes. I should have put the floor in. But now we're here, and I've got to do this. Okay. I need the interior wall to be able to know where to build to. Imagine having to hand weld all this. I would not. I just wouldn't even know what to do. Be so overwhelmed by the just sheer number of steel plates I'd need in my inventory. Even just building the one plate and not using all 25 plates has me going back and forth for trips. It's just so much material. I think this is where everything sort of straightens out. Ooh. Well, it's technically correct. Gonna take it down anyways. I hope none of you guys have motion sickness. The way I build things sometimes, it's just not okay. See, this is what we've been wanting to do all along. The entire beginning of this playthrough was just grabbing so many resources so that we could play the end game like creative mode. DLC build and repair system? Yeah. What's Bob? Is that one of like the AI repair things where he like flies around? I I've seen that in development. But I don't know how far along they are with, like, his programming and everything. And I know the build and repair is, like, a little bit more mainstream. But I didn't use it because I didn't want to go into, like, the paint colors and everything. Like, have to paint stuff to mean certain things. That's just me. I looked at the nanites and I was like, huh, set it up and it does everything for me. Well, that's what we need. Add that in. Sign me up. Yeah, right now I'm content with the nanites, but for how long? Because I do want to experiment with the other mods. Because if nothing else, they seem more mainstream. For now, I'm just like, I put the I put the device that needed 1,200 superconductors on the rover. I'm not giving it up. No, wait, no. But yeah. And also, the nanites don't seem to have, like, a very defined working area. They just kind of do things that are, like, moderately close to them. That's another thing I really like about how it's working out. Oh no. Alright, so the top of this corridor is a little bit more set. Inner wall is there, so that's basically half the tower. At least for 15 blocks. How high I'm gonna make this thing, I don't exactly know, but I have somewhat of an idea that I want it a little bit taller. So yeah, all this is gonna come along swimming, as long as the nanites don't drain all of our power. That's another thing that I like about the nanites, is that they give me this, like, overpowered, like, sense of I can build everything that I want, but it comes at a heavy cost, and that is power. Like, it's a pretty, like, OP endgame type thing, and I definitely rushed it too quickly. But the power trade-off is humbling. And I don't know exactly how that works for build and repair. Whether it's a little bit more OP or not. But I felt like the nanites, both in their building cost and the power requirement, it's fairly balanced for what it does. I mean, the material list goes off the page. And the 1,200 superconductors was not a joke back when I didn't have the miner. Back when I didn't have that thing. No, because I didn't build this by hand. This was the nanites doing. And that's version 2. I crashed the first one. Yeah. We've had a couple vehicle casualties. We've had the battery buggy died on us near the gold mine because I decided to take it down a hill. And that was my very first rover. So it wasn't set up or built properly. But it helped us out a lot in the early game. And then I built one of these but slightly smaller. And that thing just crashed. So I put a lot more thrusters on it. I think I'm gonna finish out this wall here. I don't think I want an entryway to be right there. Should put our wall here, I guess. Yeah, okay, so it's being mirrored. That's good. I'm gonna start to drape this downward. It's not a miner, it's an earth-eating beast. It's exactly how I wanted my miner to be. Because I built this mine and it was really effective at doing what it does in one location. And I was like, how do I move that around easily? Oh yes, a lot of thrusters. There we go. Takes me a while, but I eventually figure it out. This one, and then one of these. No, wait. I must be missing something here. This is the block that I'm supposed to be using. Yeah, okay, found it. That took way too long. Build this floor out. Not that far though. And yeah, that's the right slope. And we get the short ones. There's only one. It's only one key away. It's that one. I figured it out that it's always one rotation away for that block. I don't know why it puts it one rotation off every time I switch off, but it's always one off. So I just have to figure out which button does the proper rotation. Okay, so we have a little bit more of an idea of what this roof is going to be like. How's this? I would take a look at the size, but where does snowstorm? It is quite promising though that you can't see all of it because of the snowstorm. That's a good sign, at least in my book. For a shorter rovers than this, we're gonna be able to park a couple in, at least 2. So it'll be an effective space. Probably go ahead and cover up this conveyor. Doesn't look absolute best. I think we already set up the sorters, which is the main reason I wanted the conveyors uncovered. wonder what I did, because I remember I set something up over here. Yeah, I already designed how the wall was supposed to go. I don't love it. I don't hate it. Hold on. It would be... Yeah, it doesn't exactly line up with this. But I also don't know if I want to cut this off more. To cover, use the half blocks? Yeah. That is cheaper. It would give it a little bit more of a unique look. Because over here it looks like it kind of should be mirrored, and it's not. Yeah, we'll go back and do that. Well, actually, over here on the front lip, we want the full blocks, I think. I'll go back and look at how I cover the more internal ones. And I'm not going to do it all the way down because I don't know what that wall is going to look like yet. Does it look terrible? I have an idea. Ouch. No energy. Got it. Okay. And I can't see a thing. Okay, so I am going to partially use the half blocks. And I think... Yeah, I'm going to smooth it into the surface. I think I have a decent idea in my head. Let me go execute it. Yeah, I want to remove these. What I have down already is good. But yeah, it could be better. So we're going to put these full blocks in. Ooh. Okay. So that's set up, but and there's the twist. And I don't know if I have the proper blocks on my hotbar. Of course I don't. It's the other ones. These. I want the corners. And then we also have our half slabs. I'm going to put in the sides first. It's in 6 somewhere. There. No, not this one. This one. Yeah. Make it half slab smushed up into the ceiling, but the full block on the sides. It's a lot of nanites. Okay, that's covered. Oh, okay. I know what I do here. Because there's another corner block that's useful for that. That's not what I planned. Oh, but this is full. Okay, that's good. So 6, we get the half slabs. We don't need as much protection downward. Nope. Not one casualty. Okay. And then that's not all. These are still kind of jagged, so I don't know if I want to smooth them completely in. I think I want it a little bit more dynamic. I'm gonna go from like the half slopes to the 45-degree slopes. I'm just actively trying not to build blocky things. Because I know how the hallway up top looks, and that's not what I want for the bottom of this. It also makes this connection a little bit easier. Why is this the way that it is? Boom. That's all stuff that I'm gonna figure out soon. I want to sort of get it mirrored over here. Take a good look at what we're working with. I never thought that I'd have this many materials. At this rate, I might actually need to go get more. I don't quite know what the end of this thing is going to look like. But speaking of the end of the thing, is there? Yeah, no. Alright, so that's good. I'm gonna sort of leave this open-ended because I need to figure out where the wall's gonna start. I guess that I just build the tower up right now, because that's another thing that needs to get done. I'd like to get this floor finished. Four, two. I think that's how it goes. Could be off by a block. No, it looks right. There we go. the 100% live survival series where you get to see every block getting placed. Who would have thought there would be so many blocks? Not me. That, and then here, make sure the inside's built, and it is. Alright, let's get this outside, the inside, and I'll take a look at the hangar again when the blocks look a little bit more finished. And I can kind of tell what the aesthetic's going to be. I could also add some coloration over the structure, put accents in it somewhere, maybe red, but definitely going to experiment to see what looks good. Maybe some like yellow for cautionary. Just the amount of steel plate here is unreal. At the same time, this wall is just gonna keep coming out. Oh my. It's shaping up. One block at a time. I have built my creative structures in space. This thing I blueprinted in survival. It came from a creative world. This design came from a creative world. I wanted to make sure that nothing was sloppy, because at that point everything that I'd been building in survival mode was pretty sloppy, just kind of thrown together to see what works. But this was the first thing that I wanted to design for looks. It's very functional on the inside. It's even got all the hydrogen engines showing off the front. But yeah, this was my first creative build. I built this rover in space. And everything I build in my creative world I build in space. But we haven't been to space in survival yet. I'm liking how this is shaping up. Definitely some work to go, but there's definitely been some progress made. Is wild. When we still have this pit in the middle, which I do want to kind of keep open, the inside will be these turbines, which hopefully won't get too impeded by the walls. Yeah. That was actually built in survival. This was not built in space. This is also built in survival. As you can see, they are pretty, sloppy and just kind of thrown together. It's very functional, a lot of functional blocks. I don't know if there's any armor on this. There's not a single armor block. Oh wait, there is. There's one armor block. It's right here. There's one armor block. As you can see, very functional, not really for form. This used to be very, very functional. Now it's got a little bit of form to it. I'm building this entire base trying to focus on form first. And then the function, these are two sorting things. I want one side to store ingots, one side to store ores. And then there's going to be this like smelting thing in the middle. It's going to kind of go in the pit. And then there's going to be drills that will help me get more materials. The issue is I want this magnesium first. So I haven't started any drilling operations because I don't know what I want for the pit either. There's so many things to consider. But yeah, currently there's 10 large cargo containers on either side. So that's a lot of ores and ingots. And whether I want to make another silo for components, I don't think I want to assemble here. I think I want this to be like my hardcore refinery, especially because it's going to be like Tower of Mordor type feel, especially at the top. So yeah, I want this to be like my refinery place. Ores come in, ingots come out, and it can drill its own ores at its base. But yeah, and I think the assembling is gonna go on inside the construction ship. I'm gonna kind of overhaul this Saint Elise to either make it fly, or I'm gonna have to do a redesign where I put nanites on something that can fly. Because the Saint Elise is just so hard to get places. And one of its main pros, one of the main reasons for having the nanites on a rover is so that nanites can move places. Oh, we went through our jetpack fuel again. Please tell me I designed a way out of here. There we go. Also, this, I flipped the first rover in this pit a couple of times. I was trying to figure out how the connector would work initially. And I flipped the rover a couple of times in here, so I tried to design a path for it to get out, and that was just terrible. Yeah. Just rocket it. I could add hydrogen thrusters to the hydrogen tanks facing downward. Maybe 4 on either side. And then hydrogen tanks in. Maybe add the small hydrogen tanks off the hydrogen ports. Might even actually be able to do that without dry docking it, because the wheels are so... I could extend how high the wheels go, and I could just stick the hydrogens underneath. That actually would be a pretty easy project, but the issue is it's already suffering from hydrogen loss. So I don't know. I definitely don't want to push it to do that right now. Oh, right. I need some hydrogen. Speaking of hydrogen loss. Thank you. is it? It's 3 spaces and then a wall. So this needs to come out 2 more. And I ran out of steel plate. Wow. And now we have steel plate again. Alright. So 3, and then 1 for the outer wall. I've got to carry these up. So that I know where my wall is. I feel like this is so unnecessarily tall, but at the same time, that's the whole point. I need to make something that's unnecessary, because everything I'm building is far too functional otherwise. Make blueprints? Yeah. I do have 1 blueprint that's ready to go. A ship that can take me to space. But I really want to finish up having this nice secure place on Earth that I can always fall back on. I feel like having a little bit of like resolution here on Earth. Having some sort of like, oh yes, I have a really cool Earth base to go back to. I think I want that before I hit space. But yeah, I've got a blueprint waiting in the wings. It's not the best thing, but it's like an explorer class ship, you know? Not too many guns, not too much functionality, it's just a cool ship that can fly. Try to finish off this section of wall here, and then it's been overdue me going and looking at the garage again. Alright, so things are shaping up. It's good that we have that entire section of wall. I think, did I miss a layer or something? Ah, I missed a little bit here. Thought something looked weird. Okay. I think I got most of this side. Did I get? Yeah. Okay. So this should be mostly all set here. Just need to finish that off. We've got the whole first floor. Oh yeah, some glass. Windows are gonna be amazing on this thing because we can put the shaded side toward the out. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and definitely add those in. Oh, see, I need to carry this all the way up, and then I can just add these. That makes that so much easier. Alright, I'm gonna finish this because it's almost done, and we kind of need to know where the wall's gonna be to make other things. I feel like I've said I need to know where the wall's gonna be like 15 times. But it's true. Else the wall's gonna run into trouble. Hydrogen's okay. Steel plate might not be okay for much longer. So it'd be yeah, the hallways should definitely be able to see the outside at least once or twice. Wherever there's good space. I did run out of steel plate. There's still a whole nother section to build. Okay. Let me deposit all the components that I have, because they're not steel plate, and go grab the rest of this section. That and this one. Nice. Still a little bit left here. Just take another row off. Call it a trip. Okay. So we want to finish this garage in a symmetrical manner. It's got a lot of nice room. I'm liking it. And we have easy cargo port connection in the ceiling, which might not be the best place for rovers. But again, I want to kind of go away from rovers. So I don't know. Not sure exactly what I want to do. I say that way too often. I have to stop saying that for a while. I know that I want to build this. Start from what I know that I want to do. It's always one rotation away. All right. So this is always... Oh yeah, this is not a piece where I can just stick it on the bottom. This is one of those pieces though. Yeah, it's one of those. Put that there. And we continue. So it's 3 and then the pattern starts. 3 and then the pattern starts. So this looks good. We've probably done this right. No, I wasted the wrong key. Okay. No, wait, the pattern starts here. So this should be a wall. Now that we found out where the wall is supposed to be, we can do a couple of other things. Why is this in the wall? Is that how it's supposed to be? Oh no. Well, this one came out like that, so yes. Yes and no. This wall is gonna get bigger and bigger. And that's in the way. Cool. Wait. Okay, that's perfect. This comes out 2 more. And we have the slope. That is gonna be very interesting. We've done it once before. I'm gonna have to polish both sides up once I kind of figure out what they look like in comparison to one another. But we know that this is the exterior. We know that. Because this is the tower wall. And we go again. I missed one. Yeah. But the first floor is almost done. Then the hangar will soon follow. That's part of the first floor, honestly. Actually, the hangar floor is actually going to be one of those things that I'm going to have to work on a little bit. Because the ice would poke up through the floor. I've got to go flatten all of it with my drill. Oh no, I forgot about the, It's okay, we can go change it. Okay, the walls... It's this one? I don't have any energy now. Interesting. So speaking of energy problems, our hydrogen's down to 1/3. And our power, we still have about the same amount of power, but our hydrogen is what's keeping us going. We had a lot of hydrogen and now we don't. We still do have like two large hydrogen tanks though. That's different. I'm gonna look at this side for reference. And arbitrarily say we want to sort of copy it. Yeah, because it goes one under and then it caps off. We'll make it symmetrical right here at least, because I like symmetry. Oh my gosh, this is a project. Okay. And I'll go back and edit the floor because I need some of these half pieces to be full pieces. Is this? Yeah, that's empty. Okay. What about this? It never ends. There's always a block that's wrong. Alright, so that floor is good. And there's supposed to be a wall here too. Oh. I see why I didn't exactly finish. That side, because this side has this, which I'm gonna continue to leave there because I don't want the nanites to bug out or anything. And we have a hallway. And I don't have any interior plate right now, so can't exactly make this look the best. But I like the fact that there's going to be a little segment here to kind of walk out onto. See a beautiful view of my mining ship. Nanites are going to float. Alright. Because that's the beacon that tells them to... I mean, they're probably already flipping out. They're... Just look at how much work the nanites have to do. They're gonna flip when they run out of power and resources. But, I mean, let's take a look. I haven't looked at the resource count in a while. We're down to... this is scraps from what we had. I think there used to be 1 million iron on this thing, and now there's just this. No, not my inventory. The cargo container. Oh no. It's just a bunch of gravel. Oh, we've got good ammo. Silicone's good. I mean, by all standards, this is a good count of resources. It's just not gonna last me much longer on the iron side of things. Oh wait, that's a second cargo container. So we have resources here and there. It's just we're gonna start running into an iron problem. And that's gonna increase our other problems. If I could get this thing docked up, that'd be best case scenario. I really didn't add a really decent way for this thing to dock up, though. It's very disappointing. Why do I have everything set up the way that I do? Hold on, this is an issue. Yeah, I'm gonna let the ships that dock sort for themselves what they want. Controlling it here seems a little bit too, like, micromanagey on my end. It keeps things neat in the cargo containers, but how often am I gonna go in the cargo containers? And besides, I can use the search tool. So yeah, I'm gonna change this up. Battery. Battery there. Battery there. And then I also want this. So some of them have poor clearances, some of them have good clearances. I think it's based on their height. So I'm gonna continue this, see if we get some better ones. But even a bunch of poor ones are gonna help us out over time. Stealing resources is the name of the game. Okay. got that. Next layer. Solar. Solar's nice. But at the same time, the sun rises right here, goes across the sky like this, and then sets. It never goes overhead, because I think we're at the South Pole. Sun rises in the east, sets in the west. Yeah, I think we're at the South Pole. So we really don't see a ton of sun. But yeah, I could slap a solar panel or two on the side of this thing. But it would have to be like facing out. And then it would kind of be weird on the aesthetic. Just like the solar panels on the wings are weird for the aesthetic of this thing. I mean, they kind of work. I don't know. I'm debating removing them. But at any rate, we definitely need more of this laid down. Oh. Placed wrong right at the last second. There we go. And it continues. Okay, how does it look over here? It extends all the way until we can merge in the two. So let's get the bottom of this wall somewhat mapped out. Okay. And then this one comes out two further. I'm just gonna keep bringing the wall across. Gosh, this thing is big. I'm out of steel plate. I want to connect. Ultimately, that's my next goal here. Ship the worst place for solar? Yeah, honestly. Like, it might have been getting a little bit of power, but not a ton. So currently this is made to pick up materials. Was it not full? Is there nothing on base now? Okay, it's got the last of the materials. So honestly, what I might just want to do, hear me out here. Where am I going to put this? Anywhere else. Oh, that's not enough space? Okay, here. Yeah, right there. Let me make sure that wasn't an assembler. Hold on. Assembler inputs are clear, which is good. We like to see it. And we're gonna change up our conveyor system. Oh no. To accept the resources from the baby bird. That's a lot of interior plate that I got. This is very temporary, but we need the resources. All right. Perfect. All right. What? Wait a second. That's so heavy. Oh my gosh. That's such a heavy. No. I'm glad it didn't flip. But yeah, these are gonna have to get built ASAP so we can get the materials down there so we can stop rocking back and forth. Ah, the nanites have so much to worry about. I have not made it easy in the slightest. And of course I've conveniently covered it up so I can't steal material from there. I kind of like the way that it bows though. I don't like that. It's almost smooth. Almost. Really short corner piece. Going into these. That's what we want. Every 2 seconds, it's a puzzle. Alright, that's a little bit better there. Oh my gosh. Actually, I know how to fix this. There's only one way. Gotta cut it off. Goodbye. And I guess currently we can put it here. But I don't... Oh no, it's not gonna work. Because of you. Right, this seems counterintuitive. But... we're gonna have this guy hover for a second. Oh, and now I can't hover. And now I'm dead. Man, I forget to look at my hydrogen. And then that's just death. No. Again, no. Not what you're supposed to be doing. Giving me my stuff back? Question mark. Do I have my tools? Okay, I do. I lost... No, I don't. I didn't lose a tank. We'll get all the iron we need from these tools. Yeah, that's just the materials from the beacon. And that's hovering for no discernible reason, but just because we wanted it to. That's almost built. Now the nanite's refocused. And boom, now we can dock this. And its repair beacon will extend to the base. Because that's how these things work. So we don't actually need to build one on the base. Not while our miner's here. We could put like an offshoot, we could put a solar tower. I don't know. I'm trying to think about how solar would work here. It does work. I have to give it some more thought. But while I do that, I can continue to build this place up. Remove another section. Oh, my hydrogen's critical again because I forgot to fill the tanks. It says low at 3%. Alright, well, I'll see you then. Good having you here. There's so much to do. This project's insane. I'm so glad I'm doing it. Wait, it's all messed up. What? Wait, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. I got something wrong here. Why did I put the door here? That's just straight up wrong. This doesn't make any sense. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I took one of the sections at the top of the wall and I carried it down. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense. So I don't know exactly where it turns, but we're just gonna put some of this in. And I think it curves in here. Yeah, where it gets to, that's where it starts to curve in. And then this one, I think, is the top. One more. And then we put one of these in. And I'm guessing, yeah, that looks right. Goes there, and here, and here. That's not right. Perfect. I look at what I've done and I'm like, ah, yes. And I look at what I have left to do and I'm like, oh no. Why does that look so off? It's because I had the wrong perception. That is oriented correctly. Okay, and finish that off. It's like, it's just barely out of reach. It's right here, but it's so far away. It's coming together. It's just an undertaking. I cannot imagine how it would be vanilla. No build and repair, no nanites, nothing. I could not imagine it. That's not the right one. And I heard it double place, but sometimes it just does that. So I'm gonna assume it's okay. And find it later if it's an issue. And it's almost done. It's got a little section to build here. Okay, so the crude joint, the before fine editing joint is finished. Which actually means this is a hangar now. Or a garage. It needs a floor, which is actually going to be probably the hardest part. But it's a garage. No. Oh, this is gonna be a thing. I'm not expecting to finish the floor this stream. Not a shot. Because you see how much the ground needs to be leveled? It goes up like 4 blocks. I want to leave it pretty obvious that there's a gap here in the wall where the floor needs to be redone. May as well just put TNT or something in here. some explosives and just set it off, or a warhead. So we have this circuit of a hallway, and this is not finished. Probably some of the most aggressive building I've ever done. And I did it terribly. As to be expected. 4... That's not what I wanted, but it works. Alright, so that finishes that section. I still need to take some of this out. Almost there. Okay. We got that section finished. So a lot of progress overall. Wow, this thing's actually shaping up. Got a few things that could be better, but I'm just not, definitely not mad, because this is just amazing. And it's, again, it's coming together so much faster than I would have thought. It's pretty nice. But a couple of things I'm going to need to do soon. I'm going to need to do a rework of how these blocks join each other. It's a little clunky at the moment. I don't think I can make it look perfect, but I know I can make it look a little bit better than that. I have to continue the spire, of course, which I'm gonna do while I'm talking, because that's just one of those ongoing things. This thing needs to go up. If only I could turn gravel into iron. Yeah, this would be so much better. I at least want to reinforce these cargo containers because they're kind of just hanging. Oh no, that was bad. Okay, just Gotta fill in all the little spots. Alright, that looks reinforced. I would continue the battery and turbine trend, but the walls are not as tall. I want that stuff to be protected. So yeah, this thing's got 20 large cargo containers. So that's probably enough storage. Which means, because the storage is the thing that was scaling my spire higher. So with storage at an okay place, I think I'm just gonna... Let me think here. Because these turbines, they're probably getting poor clearance now. They all have poor clearance, and that's because they're all crowded. But as a bunch of poor turbines, are they better than a good one? I would argue probably, because they're already making me 200 kilowatts per, and I think it maxes out at 400. Having twice as many of them is just as good as having one ideal one per turbine. But yeah, everything is coming along so quickly. It's actually astonishing. Oh yeah, and I've got to case this other tower. That's not the right one. But yeah, the entire spire is going to go taller, along with these cargo containers, and then we'll figure out what the topper is. Probably gonna be the new railgun that's gonna come out. And that did not go as planned. Okay. Oh, luckily there's a drop there. Alright, so that's cased and happy. I'm probably gonna take the drill out again soon. Either that or the baby bird is gonna get me more materials from that base, which is also probably a likely event. But yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out as it goes. Because this thing needs more. But a fully weighed down baby bird can maybe flip my rover. So that's not good. Baby bird, what do you have on you? Just this ship. Still got a lot of stuff. So refineries are probably busy. Nanite control facility. You need all of this. And the refinery. You need all of this. Some sort of large cargo container, you're gonna take that. And now the balance is much better. Still rocks a lot, but so now this thing's empty. I want to go over to the base. I can even start working on deconstructing the base. But I need to pull the resources out of it first. And what that's going to look like is me doing this. Oh. There's a floating station. And I have just enough resources to actually hold all that. Just enough storage space, rather. Probably just 5. Not too worried about this getting any damage. And then, what a novel idea, we're actually going to weld things by hand. Because why not? Not every little project needs to be done by hand. It's best that we speed things along. No. There. We got it. Okay. This, we just want it to drain all. That's all. There it is. Cool. Dock. Get a lot of battery. All that good stuff. Just gonna take this apart. You do not need it.
Inventory full.
Okay. Maybe go ahead and remove whatever's in this. Oh, that's right. There we go. Now we have no use for ice over here. That's still important at the moment. Medical room. We don't have another one of those. But yeah, we're gonna wrap up the stream here in a couple minutes. Take everything out of this, which is nothing. There's no hydrogen, because I made it go boom. Ooh, the guns. The guns and all their ammunition. We get to reclaim that. Oh, and the nanites even want to work out here. The big thing though is the tower. That tower's gonna be wild. We'll let the nanites pick up some ammo. I don't know how or why they got out here so fast, but good for them. Ooh.
Inventory full.
Yeah, I don't really know where all those NATO containers went. Huh. I sure hope the St. Elise has them. I would guess so. But I don't know. Wait, why is it building things? There's a there's a repair beacon. That's why. This is going to be quite the salvage project. And that is just the beginning. So we're gonna use the baby bird. We're gonna help get all of our resources back to the new base. To the St. Elise more specifically. Speaking of, we want this to be a little bit more centered. Somewhat inside the wheels. Still gonna be somewhat bad because it's so high up, but it'll be manageable. Alright, we're gonna fly the baby bird back, and then that'll be the stream. We are filling up. Gravel's okay, but that's not what we need. There's iron. Oh, here's the iron actually. That's what we need. Oh, it all fit. Okay. How about more? And more. We're not running low on iron. We're not running low on steel plate. We're good. We are doing amazing. Yeah, we're gonna take this back. And that will be the end of the stream. Unknown signal. Where's the magnesium mine? Over here. Can I see? No, I cannot. Alright, we're just gonna try to dock in the snow. Let me hop out of here just so I can get a little gauge on what's going on. It's not built yet. That's an issue. Yeah. It's coming together. With these new resources, we'll be able to put it together quite easily. Let me align a little bit to the horizon, and I can't see. can see much better outside. Oh, I'm like on the ground. I think I can't tell. Ah. I might have burned some holes in the ground, I don't know. Yeah, we're just gonna have to hover this large, full inventory until the snow kind of clears. Otherwise, we're never gonna find this. Put a light on it. Similarly, we're just gonna waste a lot of energy right now. I actually can't see. Oh no. That's an issue. But that means that's gonna get built faster. I know that we have to go up. That's all I know. The snow's gotten so bad. Hey, what's going on? You gonna build the connector? Kinda need it. Kinda sort of required. How's it doing? 2 hours of power. Relaxing. Chilling. How is this thing doing? It could also hover here for 2 hours. Okay. We just need the snowstorm to end within 2 hours. And we're good. How is anyone supposed to see in this? This is the worst snowstorm I've ever seen. But then, can I really say that I've seen it? I think that's the connector? No. Yes. I see it. It's just ever so delicately. Okay. We're good. We're in. We brought the materials back. Everything's hunky-dory. Oh my gosh. Everything needs to get built still, but now we have resources with which to do so. Lock that in. Alright, everything is back in or near the base. Gosh. Alright, well, I think that's where we're gonna wrap this episode up. But thank you for joining me, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.